nothing better in the NBA than a Game 7. And what a Game 7 that was. The Philadelphia 76ers come back down from 3-1 to beat the Boston Celtics. They move on to the Eastern Conference Semis, facing the Knicks on Monday. This game, they beat the Celtics 109-100. What's up, everyone, and welcome to the Association post-game show. I'm your host, Alexis Morgan, here with 13-year NBA veteran Quentin Richardson. Q, what a game that was. How are you doing today? And give me your thoughts on this game.
I'm good, Alexis. That's what Game 7s are all about. You know, that you could throw everything else out the window and it's its own game. And big fella Joel Embiid, he came through, man. We watched, he battled through. Listen, those I saw you saw me when those knee injuries and those knee collisions, I should say, were happening. And for him to still stay out there and like Tyrese said, he's done it his whole career basically, and still diving on the floor. And I truly believe that no one in the NBA right now can stop big fella down on that block. And I think they know it and he knows it, and that's going to be something serious to watch moving forward as they go forward to this next series against New York.
And that's what you said to me while we were watching the game together. You said no one can face Embiid even on one leg.
Nope. I mean, we witnessed, him leading up to his MVP, the first one that he could have won when Joker got it. And he's been the most dominant guy in the post probably since he's come in the league. Joker is absolutely a dominant big man, and probably the most dominant big man these last couple of years. But he does it from the top of the key and out of the post. Out of the high post. It's not that he can't post up, but I believe that nobody is as dominant on the interior on that post up as Joel Embiid. He was the guy that was trolling guys on Twitter leading into games when he was at his healthiest peak. And he walks it like he talk it. I've always loved the big fella game. I just wish that he had better luck with his health, and I think we would have been able to see some craziness out of what he would have been able to do.
We'll talk more about Joel Embiid, the star of tonight's game, but let's talk about some of the other 76ers players. Tyrese Maxey, killing it. 30 points, 10 rebounds, 7 assists.
Yeah, that's a Ferrari. Like I said earlier when we was watching him, you see how fast he is and the speed, and that's a legit Ferrari in every sense of it. Joel said, he's going to be an all-NBA player. He's become an all-star in this league, and he's a guy that can average 30 points in the league. So for him I love the respect that he has for big fella, the way that he still gets his game off, but when it's time, he defers to the big fella because he, like everybody else, knows that when he gets going down there, it's going to make everything easier for everybody.
I think one thing that stood out to me while watching this game is even into the fourth quarter, there were only 2 starters for the Celtics that scored any points. Jaylen Brown, 33 points. Derek White, 26 points. But all the other 3 players had 0 points, where on the other side, Philadelphia 76ers, they had 4 players in double figures, and then they only had 3 points from the bench. What's that juxtaposition looking like from a former player? How does that happen?
When you look at the Celtics, they've done the next man up the whole season long. And when you come into a big time Game 7 like this, and you got 4 or 5 guys that have 0 experience in this type of situation, and it's not their fault, it's nothing against them, but those were some young guys out there that haven't been in these situations. And like you said, the Sixers really leaned into their main guys, and they were able to do that. The Celtics weren't able to do that because of the foul trouble of Kata and those guys down there. They had to go deeper and deeper into their bench with less experience for a long period of time in that third quarter. So that gave Philly a chance to really hold things off. But I think that was just the difference. You come into this game and you missing Jason Tatum, and you taking that blow mentally and readjusting, getting back into that mind frame of playing without him. But you got to salute the Celtics. Joe Mazzulla and the staff, they came up with a great game plan for what they had available to them this season, and led the whole season into a great seed for the playoffs. And then Tatum was able to come back down the stretch. But, Jaylen Brown, Derek White, Peyton Pritchard, you got to take, and the whole rest of the squad that played the whole season under this situation and did as well as they did. you got to take your hat off to them because nobody expected them to do as well as they did.
Definitely. And the star of the show, Joel Embiid, 34 points, 12 rebounds, 6 assists. He was on fire tonight, even on
Big
the one
fella.
leg. How do you think, Q, that he matches up with Karl Anthony Towns and the Knicks?
Great. I mean, like I say, I don't think anybody in the NBA can guard him one-on-one. He's going to demand double teams and help defense against anybody. And I think it's the same thing with the New York Knicks. I honestly think that the New York Knicks would have rather to play the Boston Celtics out of this series because, I mean, I feel like if I was a Knicks player and all of these guys are back from last year, they just beat this Celtics team and they, you know what I'm saying? So they would have that confidence coming into the series that we beat them and we pretty much had them beat before Tatum went down. So it was kind of looking like we were going to finish them whether he got injured or not. So they would have had that confidence. This Philly team, I feel like right now they a wild card. If we was playing Uno, they the wild card. Put them down like they just jumped into the fray. And they have a chance to do something really special here because they got the most dominant player right now to me. I mean, obviously Shea is going to be MVP and SGA he is that dude. This has nothing to do with him. But when it comes to down in that interior, they got the most unstoppable force in the NBA right now. And if he's not hurt from those knee injuries and he's able to be, resemble himself, he's going to be a problem for the rest of these playoffs. And I've got to give Philly a chance with the way they playing and with the way he's playing. And then the compliments around him doing what they're doing, Philly is as good as anybody to me.
Joel Embiid, he is our association player of the game. Like we said, 34 points. We're watching him work right there. Those highlights are incredible. He's talking smack there on the court. Love to see it. I wish he was more on X. He was amazing. You were talking about a viral moment of him getting stretched out on the court. That was pretty funny. But we're going to take a look at some of the brackets for the playoffs here. Like we said, the 76ers are taking on the Knicks, but this upper right-hand corner, we don't know because those games are happening tomorrow. We've got 2 game 7s going on tomorrow. That's exciting. And then we're going to look over to the other part of the screen for the Western Conference. Those games are already set. OKC taking on the Lakers and Minnesota taking on the Spurs. Anything standing out to here for you, Q, here?
I mean, I just wish everybody was healthy. Things would be a little bit different. But I mean, obviously, when you look at the OKC and the Lakers series, man, the OKC Thunder beat them all 4 times by an average of 29 plus. Like, that's a lot to a little, Alexis. I mean, obviously the playoffs are a lot different. And you don't ever want to count out, LeBron and his ability to will his team or get things going and try and get a win or 2 here or there. But no way I can pick the Lakers over OKC in that series just based off the recent history of the season, what happened with and without Luka being available. And Luka not available to start this series and not sure whether he will be available at all throughout. Got to go OKC there. But the Spurs and the Timberwolves, I'm not just dismissing the Timberwolves like you may think because they don't have Ant. Because, I mean, those guys showed tremendous grit and tremendous heart with the way they played after DiVincenzo and after Ant-Man went down. Like, McDaniels has shown that he has a lot more ability than he puts on display on the regular. And, I mean, I get it. We all play a role. But he showed that he has the ability to be an offensive threat and a two-way player. And then some of the young guys, Terrence Shannon Jr., I don't know if Dosunmu will be back, but, I got to shout out the 2 Chicago boys. But they definitely have earned their keep and shown what they can do out there. So, I mean, I can't just dismiss them because it's the playoffs. But, I mean, I would choose the Spurs absolutely in this series to advance on. But, I mean, I won't be surprised if it's not as easy as we all think it is.
Exciting playoff to look forward to. That started on Monday. All right, we're going to talk more hoops and we're going to hear from both teams, players and coaches after this quick break. Q and I will be right back.